This is a project, part of our RPM for 4th grade, where we were looking at our TEAC, which is Data Analysis Reporting Category 4.9. What we actually did was brought in our TEACs for reading, for math, and for writing in order to incorporate this lesson. We started out with a myON book. As you can see, for our introduction, we had 2 books, and we incorporated a mini lesson with their birthday months from the students of the class in the classroom. And from there, we took that information and we did a whole group activity where students were actually taking that information that we did in mini lesson and creating their own charts. We actually even did one with them taking their grades from the first 6 weeks out of activities or lessons that were graded, and they created a stem and leaf plot. From here, you can see each student did their independent work, and we brought in our lesson objectives inside the classroom, our I will statements. I will represent data on a frequency table. If you look and see, every student's activities are color-coded, so they have a frequency table where the students created their own survey, and they had to conduct their survey within the grade level or within the campus. And from that, they took a dot plot, which is indicated in yellow. They created a dot plot with that information. They created a stem and leaf plot, which is indicated in blue. And what they did with the stem and leaf plot is they took their first 6 weeks grades from different activities that they did, and they created their stem and leaf plot. This was all marked with whole numbers and fractions. Okay, so you'll see that inside their work here. They also had another I will statement where they were going to solve 1- and 2-step problems. Using data in whole numbers, decimals, fractions in the form of a frequency table, dot plot, or stem leaf plot. This is all incorporated in that. Those students not only created their charts here, they actually came up with their own questions that went along with their data. And they're telling you, it says, for this one, for instance, using the frequency table. So they're using their transition words. We're incorporating our writing. They're telling you what table they're wanting you to use as well. And when they finish from answering their questions and conducting their questions and answering their own questions, they actually went into the reflection part, which incorporates our writing mechanics and our grammar in that as well. Had to follow this rubric. They were given a rubric by the teacher, the things that they had to do in order to get their work published out on the wall. So each student had to use correct capitalization, punctuation, subject-verb agreement, and simple or compound sentences. The students were to correctly identify and use pronouns. They were circled in orange. Compound sentences are underlined in red. Complex sentences, which are dependent and independent clauses, were in blue. Transition words are in green, and time order words are in purple. As far as the math is concerned, each student had to create a frequency table, a dot plot or a line plot, a stem and leaf table. They had to develop their own survey questions, which was surveyed by the teacher, which actually was a teacher approved. Throughout their grade level, they had to conduct the survey. They had to develop 3 questions that went along with their charts, and they had to solve it as well, and then they had to write a reflection.
We started a book club, and some of them have self-directed a book club of myON books and decided where, are you on page 47 yet? And so they're talking about what they're reading, and that's higher level thinking, and that's exactly what we want. So it's self-directed. They get to choose their books. They're excited about it. It's never this quiet in this room, but when they're on myON, they're really excited about what they're reading.
I thought of it because we can maybe read some of the same books and talk about them, and we can read more and more, so we can get so much confident. We'll be happy about us reading more.
Group up, people, and we can plan a book that we want to read, and then we can read it.
We can make new friends.
We can all meet up at some time.
Oh yeah, and then we have a big group, and so we write down some questions or questions that we think about, or any other things that we are curious about the book, or think what's going to happen next about the book, and then we get to share them with our group. So we have to get to talk about and think about what's going to happen next in the book.
And it's better to connect with the other people in your class, maybe some other people in different classes maybe, but we still get to do what we like on the book club.